again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy, and I'm glad you decided to join me for chapter 18 of myself reading the book that I wrote, Legends Orbs of the Elements. I hope you are all having an awesome day, and let's just jump right back into this adventure. Chapter 18. The next morning, Leon Castilla awoke refreshed and ready to, the next morning, Leon and Castilla awoke refreshed and to the alluring smell of bacon, muffins, and eggs. The three ate a leisurely morning meal after they dressed in their best clothes, cleaned by magic, thanks to Starlin. The wizard had braided his long blonde beard. Castilla pulled some of Leon's hair back to make it look presentable to the council. They each rode their own horse. Starlin's horse was black with white socks and a big white stripe on its forehead. The journey to the building of the people did not take long. They passed by a variety of people going about their daily business, and the sounds of industry filled the air. Now I'll present you to the counselor. Bow on one knee. Understood? Starlin said, as they dismounted and gave the reins of their horses to the stable boys, who were always at the ready to take visitors' horses for the people who visited this building. They climbed up the large stairs. Leon noticed many statues lined the sides. They depicted many different races: wizards, legends, commoners, and witches. He otherwise wouldn't have known this, but the man who carved the statues had nameplates under each statue so it could be read. Once they entered the main hall, they were ushered into a room, and in that room were 5 evenly spaced chairs. One chair was set apart from the others. It had a plush pillow on it. 3 regal-looking men had already been seated in their appointed chairs. Starlin told his friends to remain standing while he took a seat. The men eyed Leon up and down, but others remained silent. Judging him. They remained mute. A pair of double doors opened without a sound, and in stepped a thin man. The members of the council all rose and slightly bowed their heads to acknowledge him. Viperlin had chocolate brown straight hair. He had no facial hair and bore a silver hooped earring in his right lobe. He was immediately drawn to Castilla. She knowingly bowed first to show Leon how it was done. Viperlin gave his approval and then watched Leon repeat what Castilla had done. Again, he gave his approval by a single movement of his head. Excuse me. Head counselor, I present the legend Castilla and her companion, Starlin announced. Before they entered the building, Starlin told Leon to keep his eyes open and only speak when spoken to. Viperlin now approached his seat. He signaled 2 of the prince's men to get some extra chairs from the far wall for Castilla and Leon to sit in. Good morning, my fellow counselors. I have called this special meeting for a reason. It has been brought to my attention that our good prince has been good to us, and I hope we can set a good example to the rest of our town by giving a financial tribute to Prince Nero. I've already given my share of my funds to this and have studied the paperwork that Rifa gave me, and I am satisfied to know, my dear council members, that the building will be looked after if any natural disaster or elements forgive war happens to break out. Of course, the part about Viperland's contribution of the money was a lie, but the other members didn't need to know that. And this speech, and sorry, didn't need to know that. At this speech, the other members in attendance began talking among themselves. Viperland then turned his attention to Castilia and Leon. They were the picture of perfect guests, natural in their facial expressions, with their hands at their sides. Viperland got up and came by Castilia. He took her hand and kissed it gently. Come, both of you, let these old men debate. He led the way as Castilia and Leon followed Viperland out of the room. Without asking to take her hand, Viperland grasped hold of Castilia's hand and wrist. Leon could tell that Viperland enjoyed being in control when he was entertaining a woman by the way he held on to his friend's hand in a possessive way. If only he knew who really was in control. Leon also took note that Castilia loathed her host. She, however, played it off as if she was a simple lady who wasn't any type of warrior. Leon walked behind them as if to give them a bit of space. In truth, it was so he could get a feel for his surroundings. Tell me, Castilia, why does a legend like yourself need a companion? You seem to be the type of female who can take care of herself and doesn't have trouble seeking company of a man. He gave her a small pat on her bottom when he said that. She played this corrupt man like a well-tuned instrument and pretended not to take notice. Castilia glanced at Leon swiftly, but Viperland caught the look between them. Leon bent down and adjusted his boots as if they had come untied. To answer your question, High Counselor, he is a hunter. Not that type of hunter, meaning hunter of the orbs, just a hunter for food. Here she paused and leaned in a little to Viperland and whispered in his ear. And perhaps something extra, she said, standing straight as before. Viperland then looked her up and down. Why? I thought you would be the type who loves to hunt. She giggled at that. She giggled at that, and the sound would have knocked Leon flat on his rear with fits of laughter had the situation not been so serious. Castilia used her free hand to touch his hand in a shy manner. You are right. I do love to hunt. But why should I waste my energy tracking down a meal when I can hire someone to do it for me? She explained. Viperland thought about this as they walked onward. Yes, I see you are a smart one, Legend, he said. She smiled a half smile of false pleasure, but Viperland didn't seem to think so, so she thought her speech and actions were genuine. You are too kind, Head Counselor. I've never been called that before. It was clear as day that Viperland liked her, nay, lusted for her. She was intelligent, could hold her own, and was beautiful. There was no doubt he wanted her in his bed tonight. He could already imagine how wonderful her body would be under his, how he was going to get her there without him sending for her in the evening like a common whore. He thought for a moment. Then an idea came to him. Would you like to join me for dinner this evening at my home? And you could tell me all about your adventures you have had. Castilia was revolted by the idea of spending more time with this man. Castilia was just about to reply when the other counselors filed out of the room. Castilia hated the answer she would have to give. I would be honored, but my mother always said to never say stay too long at a man's house to talk of adventures. They are only interested in one thing, and I have killed many a man who tried to take me to his bed when we barely know each other. Come, Leon, we best get prepared for dinner. So much to do, she said in a flushed tone of voice. She dipped her head towards Viperlin and held out her other hand, a signal that Leon should take her hand and lead her out. Leon took her hand and turned the both of them and walked out until they got back to where the horses were kept. They were still silent until they arrived back at Starlin's house. Leon knew what to do. People were still watching them, so again he offered his hand for Castilia to take. Watch it. You're going to break my arm, he said in a soft, playful voice that only she could hear. Castilia hadn't been paying attention to how much pressure she had been applying to Leon's arm. She instantly released her grip as they entered Starlin's home. Good work, Castilia. Now, one part of our plan is done. You got invited to his home, Starlin said. He handed Castilia a goblet of wine, and she took a long gulp of it. The liquid clearly eased her tension. Starlin then offered a goblet to Leon as well, with the same beverage. Leon took a small sip. The rest of the day, the wizard explained the next phase of the plan until time drew near for Castilia to get ready to have dinner with Viperlin. So that is all the chapter for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to know where this book can be purchased so you can read along with me or on your own, it can be found on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, excuse me, Apple iBooks, pardon me, and lots of other places books are sold. Excuse me. I also have a Facebook page dedicated to all things Legend Orbs of the Elements. I try to write an article a day, Monday through Friday, about different aspects of my story, meaning different characters, different how I created some of the settings that I came up with in my story. So if you are interested in deep diving into more in depth about my characters and book, I would suggest you go check that out. It's filled with all kinds of fun stuff. Like I said, the articles that I write, I try to keep them as spoiler free as possible. So if you read them, you will not get spoiled as you continue to listen to the book that I'm reading to you or reading it on your own. I tried to make the articles fun and interesting as possible. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you are also just interested in finding out more about the sequel to my story, Legends Orbs of the Elements 2, Rise of the Soul Collectors, I have a TikTok account where I try to post things about my book there as often as I can. I this month I haven't been very good at it, but I plan to do it sometime this week, I hope. I also have an Instagram account, which is Idaho Disney Book Dragon. That is also my TikTok name, where I just post fun other stuff, book related and non-book related things. So if you want to see some fun face paint that I did for Halloween, some fun craft things I do with my mom, just other fun non-book related things, definitely check that out as well, and follow up. I am also going to be working on my monthly book chat video that's going to be coming up, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, comment down below. What should I say? Just give this video a big like, subscribe, share with friends and family. Sorry, Down in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on Viperland. Does he give you heebie-jeebies? I'd love to know. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. I will be doing more fun videos in the coming up, so stay tuned for that. My birthday is coming up, and I am so excited for that. It is the 24th of this month, so yay! If you would like to send me a birthday card, that is, please let me know. This is just if you feel like it. I love getting birthday cards. If you're interested in that, hit me up on Instagram. I will also be trying to do maybe some more Disney book, not Disney book related content, more Disney content. I know it's a lot of these videos just have been all about my book and book related things, but I do want to try to make more Disney stuff. Maybe I'll just be talking about different topics. So definitely be looking forward to that. And as they say in my book, may the elements protect you until tomorrow with a new chapter. Bye-bye for now, everybody.